and the hallway extends into space. Stage 6A is pretty simple being a Stage 6. Just a couple of patterns, a mid-boss, and then the final fight. I made that sound a lot easier than it actually is just now. Well, just know that simple does not mean easy. Actually, a lot of people consider this to be the harder of the two Stage 6s. So, what I'm going to do is continue to talk about the events surrounding Bogetsu Show now that we've discussed Ayante and the rabbits, and the Moon Rabbit Racen. Though once the next character profile pops up, I'm going to have to take a time out and talk about her, because she's pretty important as far as Imperishable Night goes. In the meantime, I'm gonna try not to spoil anything and fail miraculously. Watch. Silent Sinner in Blue and Cage and Lunatic Runegate are much more serious parts of Bogetsu Show that happen roughly the same time, about 3 years after Imperishable Night. Why am I talking about it here? Because it involves the Ayante crew, and I don't see myself saying things about it while I'm discussing certain branches of Shintoism or whatever it'll be in Mountain of Faith, and then going, oh, by the way, Silent Sinner in Blue happened around this time. I want to do that for you. So, Silent Sinner is the main story, in which unravels the events of Yukari telling Reimu to start honing her ability to invoke the power of the gods, and, behind the scenes, as per usual, subtly coaxing a number of people to travel to the lunar capital, including some of the Scarlet Devil Mansion residents. You can read that for yourself, though. Lunatic Runegate is more of the backstory, providing monologues from other characters as Silent Sinner is going on. Suddenly, the hallway ends, and we're treated to a breathtaking view of space. But there's no air in space. Oh, okay, it's a replica of space. That must mean the moon's not here either. Aw, shucks, we were led astray by this woman in front of us. By now, with the exception of the Scarlet Sisters, you'll notice that the end bosses have lived around the area of 1,000+ years experience, and that they're pretty much doing these things either out of convenience or curiosity. This incident is no different. Aideen is the one responsible for the false moon in the sky, but at the same time, it was a mistake to go after her immediately, because she led us right to it instead of the real moon. And now all she has to do is waste our time by requesting a spell card battle and keeping us occupied until the sun comes up. This is why I said the purpose of the clock system was twofold, because story-wise, that's exactly what she's been doing from the beginning of Stage 1. Maybe even before that. What exactly is she doing, you ask? Sealing the Earth in a container that resembles the night sky from the inside. That's the short answer, though. The long answer will require a proper explanation. And since I'm all about efficiency, I'll explain it all in the other Stage 6. All you need to know until then is that Aideen, like Racen, is from the moon. She has the ability to make any sort of medicine, be it for humans, or yokai, or moon people. This seems rather artificial as far as abilities go. I mean, one would typically draw the conclusion that it is because she's intelligent, that she knows how to do these things, but I suppose it is an ability nonetheless, so I can't really get on her case about it. After Imperishable Night, she goes on to found a pharmacy nearby the human village, and that becomes quite the convenience with Gensokyo's residents. She makes the medicine and has Racen distribute it in the village, or maybe some other rabbit. Alternatively, you can go visit her in Ayante for a checkup, but again, the problem of getting lost in the bamboo forest might actually prevent you from getting there in the first place. Tay would be invaluable for this sort of thing, come to think of it, but again, we'll get to her in the next game. Due to her abilities, Aideen can be seen as a bit of a condescending person, especially towards humans. As a matter of fact, a fair number, if not all of the Lunarians, appear this way towards the people on Earth, particularly the Watatsuki sisters, which, given their role in Silent Sinner, also warrant a profile sometime in the future. As Aideen explains it previously in the Magic Team scenario, shortly after Buzz Aldrin and the late Neil Armstrong walk on the moon's surface, they, quote, stick a flag on it as if it belonged to them. Earthlings have always been, still are, and will always be stupid. End quote. People don't hold back with their insults. Actually, it gets worse. Currently, they consider living on the Earth one of the most defiling acts one can perform, which is why they, A, move to the moon in the first place, and B, send exiled criminals back there should there be no other option. More on that second one later. Right now, someone's talking down to Aideen, and it's not us. Whoa. Who is this mystery woman? Why is she interrupting our spell card battle? Stop it! You're violating the rules! Actually, this isn't a violation. Remember the Prism Rivers and how the spell card rules allowed them to fight as a team? Same deal. though technically we've defeated the original party, which consisted of aiding alone and thus beating the game. But we've run out of time anyway. The full moon has set, and the passage between the moon and Earth that would have been there, if not for Aiding's interference, has closed up. We'll just have to try again next full moon, I guess.